Welcome to the premiere episode of Here's Why with Mark and Eric. I am Eric Enge, the CEO of Stone Temple Consulting, and with me is...
Mark Traphagen, the Senior Director of Online Marketing for Stone Temple Consulting.
So I have a question for you, Mark. Why is it that brands should embrace authorship?
Authorship, as most people have probably seen by now or know by now, is the display of an author's photo in Google search associated with their content. It's a way that Google can connect up an author with all of his or her content anywhere on the web. Now, I think that this can be a distinct advantage for a brand to actually encourage its own employees who have the talent, the ability, and the willingness to produce good authoritative content, to hook that content up with authorship and have it go out on the search results with their name, their face associated. Now, of course, a brand might say, well, we want our logo, we want our brand name on that. But here's the secret. People are attracted to people. People trust people before they trust brands. If you develop these people within your organization as good authoritative authors, they're creating content that's helpful to people, people will connect with that more easily. They see that face in the search results, they say, this is something by a real person, I'm going to check that out. They go to it, and in the process, they're on your site, they get exposed to your brand, perhaps they start seeing that person's content again and again, and they say, that company's got it on the ball. They have this expert. I'm going to trust them with my business. So I think it's the primary advantage here.
So the people who write for you then really become part of your brand.
Yeah.
So what happens then if they leave you later on?
Well, that would seem like a problem. If they're part of your brand and they depart, then don't you lose everything? And in the old days, that would be the way it would go. But authorship actually makes that not such a disadvantage anymore. If provided that person departs on you with good terms, they go out, they continue to build their career out there, they continue to produce great content wherever they go, they continue to build that authority in the related field that your company is in, well, that continues to reflect back. If you leave that, which I advise you do, leave their authorship connected to their content there, people will still be finding it in the search, still associate them. If they've gotten to like and follow that person on Google Plus or Twitter or LinkedIn somewhere, then that content still goes to work for you and your brand. So, there's considerations that you can find in the article that's linked in the description below. There's other things that you may need to think about in this, but I think those are some real advantages that make this something that brands should be looking into.
Excellent. Well, there you have it. That's for today's episode of Here's Why with Mark and Eric.
We'll see you next time.